Hey everybody, the zoo is growing. I think every week or almost every week I'm going to show you a new reptile. So this here is my pied pectinata. It is one of the larger of the spiny-tailed iguanas. Winter has hit us here in Central Florida. This is my first winter with reptiles. I have moved him into my fish room. He is currently eating blackberries, bananas, superworms. He has a main diet of dark leafy greens, hibiscus, mulberries, and some summer squash and some carrots. But, you know, when it's a little colder out, you know, he tends to eat blackberries more than anything else. He's super cool, he's super friendly, he never bites. He's an awesome lizard. I can't wait to get him back outside. I think once we can get an average daytime temperature of 75 degrees, which will be about April 1st, it'll be fine to be outside for the entire summer and most of fall. In addition to this spiny-tailed iguana, I also have this rhinoceros iguana who's very flighty, and I gotta work with him a little bit more. This is the black-throated monitor. He looks like a little dinosaur. He has a very strong food response. He thinks everything is food. I'm feeding him fuzzy mice and fish. It seems like he's grown 50% since I got him a month ago. Maybe he hasn't grown quite that much, but he's awesome. You know, I heard that this caiman lizard is kind of an advanced lizard. I hope he does well. Some of my friends have lost him. You know, I got a basking spot of 104 degrees. The overall temperature in the terrarium is about 80 degrees. I change the water once a week. I feed him a diet of snails. He eats about half the snails. He pushes the rest of it around. He looks a little thin. I don't know. I'm a sensitive person. I love the challenge. It's such a cool lizard. Thai Park at Iguanaland has a couple of real nice ones. I've seen on videos that Tom Crutchfield has some nice ones. And it is such a wonderful lizard. I really hope he does well. I heard Kenan say it's not how many animals you have, but how well you take care of the animals that you do have. And I definitely want to do that. The tortoises are a little bit easier. I am working on winterizing them today. It is the afternoon, it's 4 in the afternoon, it's January 2nd. I bought one of these infrared thermometers, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have. So I think today for a high, it was 66, 67 degrees. I got a soil temperature of 61. The turtle is 68 degrees. This turtle just came out, 67 degrees. Plant leaf, 57 degrees. I got these three guys eating. These three guys eat all the time. But I'm gonna check a look, see how everyone's doing in here. I got 85 degrees in there. Hopefully they all look good, they all look alert. Let's see if I can get everyone out here and everyone eating. This here's the biggest one of the bunch, and he ate right away. Here, hey, can we switch places, Gage? My arm. I'll film you. Can you grab those two tortoises and bring them out here? Let's bring them out here. Gage, a little younger than me. So I'll let you guys know I'm going to physical therapy 3 times a week with my shoulder. I have a torn rotator cuff. So I'm doing so-so, but it's still a little bit of a pain in the neck. So like I said, I just want to see that everyone's eating. Come on, you guys want it? Take the... Okay, that's 5 out of 6 of them eating. Let me give this guy a little privacy here. Let me take him out. Let me put him over here. I don't know. I don't know if there's a jealousy thing at all, but this other one comes running over. Try a banana leaf. Okay. Oh. This weed here is the favorite weed of the Galapagos tortoise. Oh, look at that. Oh, please, please, 6 out of 6. Okay, I got 6 out of 6 of my red-footed tortoises eating. Like I said, that's a weed from my yard. I don't know what weed it is, but that's the favorite food of my Galapagos tortoise. This one tortoise here, he sticks his head out through the cage. And I go, oh no, he wants to get out, because one of the viewers said, hey, it'd be better if you had solid slits. So the tortoises, if you don't have enough enrichment in the cage, they would not try to get out of the cage. And none of them has shown any sign to get out except for that one tortoise. Then I discovered he's trying to reach the weeds. And again, this is that one, that other tortoise, the one who was a shy eater. I think he ate every bit of it. But here, look at this. We'll put this here. Now, I don't know if it was Caesar or Mike, but I saw one of them take this plant, pull off a branch, take the leaves, put the leaves inside the enclosure. One of the tortoises ate it. And, I took out my phone. This is sweet almond bush, has fantastic, fragrant, white flowers. Is sweet almond bush toxic to tortoises? Okay, of course it doesn't come up. When I want to do it for my YouTube, it doesn't come up. But it came up the other day. Is sweet almond bush toxic for tortoises? Take my word for it, guys. It came up, yes. Yes, it was toxic for tortoises. And he was inside his shell for like 2 weeks. And I was scared to death. I don't know if I'm ever going to open up to the public if that's the case, because it's just so easy for someone to take this branch, put it in the turtle enclosure. If you look at plants that are safe for tortoises, there's very few. There's very few. Tonight's supposed to be 43, so I got a little bit of insulation for these enclosures. What we have here is frost cloth. This is what people in the South put over their strawberries, or they put over their tomatoes or something like that to keep it from freezing. I think this is the thickest frost cloth I can get at my greenhouse supplier. I believe it's good for about 5 degrees Fahrenheit. And the thicker it is, the better it is. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold it up a couple of times. I quadrupled up the frost cloth, and take my word for it, this is like a very thick winter blanket. And tomorrow I think I'm going to move all the tortoises inside. If it was windy, I've put flaps in front. You see I got the flap here that goes in the front. One windy night I actually locked them in here. I put a cement block in front of each of them to keep the cold wind from blowing in. Like I said, I think each of these little igloos without the insulation gives you 20 degrees of protection. And with the insulation, maybe we'll do more. I usually landscape with universal rock. I very rarely use real rock. But this month we used some real rock. I went and got 7 pallets of Tennessee fieldstone. And we dressed up along the stream here. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is all 7 pallets got me. It's just basically I got the stream and I got a rock on the left, a rock on the right. Maybe I could put a couple of pieces of my universal rock here, and we can put some plants in here and soften the edges. Usually I do everything on a larger scale, so this stream is 100 feet long, and it's the first stream I have ever built. We had a skid steerer here. We put all these rocks in place with the skid steerer. I look at these as 2-man boulders. I mean, maybe some of these rocks weigh a couple 100 pounds, but that's what we have here. But we're just gonna pop some plants in here to soften it a little bit. I thought this came out really cool. The log looked a little out of place, and I just popped these macho ferns in here, and it really softened it up. It really makes it look natural. So I got some more of these macho ferns. I'm gonna pop them along the stream, maybe a little bit of cordyline, maybe a little bit of variegated ginger, and maybe some white calathea. I have some plants that I bought almost a year ago. They've been hanging out in the pots. No good, just hanging out in my backyard. So we're gonna plant them along the stream, hopefully make it look a little nicer. So everything we're planting today is not stuff I bought for this stream. It is stuff that I bought months ago or even years ago. We're just trying to find a place for it. We got these big fake rocks, which are quite a bit larger than two-man boulders I have in the stream. But I'm hoping if I place these right, and then we soften the edges with some live plants, it's gonna look natural. One of the beautiful things about universal rocks is they weigh about 40 pounds. You can just pick it up and move it. Not saying it's great, but I kind of like the way I placed it here. We're gonna bury every rock into the sand about 2 inches. Now, could you take this out? Take this, plant it right here. Take this rock out, plant 1, 2, 3, and then try to put the rock back. So this right here is the dwarf mondo grass. You know, to be honest, I don't know if I bought this in 2024 or even 2023. Sometimes I dream about planting something and it just takes forever for me to finally get around and plant it. I just want to remind everyone that it is January, what's today, 3rd, 4th? Today is January 3rd, and I'm wearing my winter jacket. It's going to be a high today of 62, 63 degrees, and that's almost 10 degrees below normal. I love living in Florida. Wow, this planting came out really good. Who planted this?
That look good, Mr. Tom. Maybe Caesar cry right now.
Well, I think that looks good for today. All we planted was the ferns. We put the rocks, we put the ferns, but I just gotta wear all these different hats. I gotta wear my gardener hat, I gotta wear my aquarium hat, I gotta do my reptile hat, and I gotta do my nursery owner hat. So we can come back to this next week, we can come back to this next month and keep working on it. We will see you next week, and don't forget to like and subscribe.